end date for gas as the ACT goes all electric. Gas connections in new suburbs and developments will be banned from next year as a step towards the whole city being run on electricity. Demand for electric appliances in the face of surging gas prices is key to an ambitious plan announced on Thursday to turn off natural gas in the ACT by 2045. Nick Cater, what do you make of this? The government in the ACT, I mean, they're banking all of their GST revenue and seeming to put it right back into the power grid.
You know, when I drive across that hill at Eagle's Nest and into the ACT, sometimes I feel I'm just leaving the real world and entering some, strange quasi-socialist world where the government decides everything. I mean, for goodness sake, my view on this is, let the market decide. Have the gas and electricity compete, and people will choose which is the best option for heating their homes, and they need it. Poor things in Canberra. You know how cold it gets there in the winter. But this whole idea that the government will dictate you will lose electricity by 2040 or whatever it is, it just feels like a sort of old-style socialist world. Pre the fall of the Berlin Wall, and of course it's a very efficient way to do things, and gas, of course, as anybody sensible will tell you, if we're not going to see gas as the way forward until we come to something like nuclear or hydrogen, then we're just going to continue having these crises and higher bills.
Lise, don't you think, just to bring you on in this, imagine if this happened in a state or territory that actually knew what it was talking about when it came to resources? Could you imagine them saying this to people in Queensland, which know how beneficial it is to just at least have a backup power supply?
Yeah, but you're hearing this out of Victoria, now you're hearing it out of the ACT. And look, let's face it, the ACT also only days ago said, well, no more new petrol cars, what was it, from 2035. So, gas is, no gas cooktops, no gas heating, gas is out, we don't want the electric cars. You'd have to start to question whether you actually want to drive over that hill and into Canberra and into the ACT at all. So at some point, surely the average Australian has to stand up and say, enough, we're sick of decisions like this. We're sick of being told, as Nick said, what we can and what we can't do. Let the market decide. We have seen in the past month or two when we had the energy crisis here that it was gas that actually stepped up and supported the electricity grid. So you've got people at a ban in Canberra saying, well, we want to keep gas, we want to keep coal in the ground. That man just looks like more and more of an idiot every time he opens his mouth, because we need baseload power until we get these renewables up and running. And look, I question whether we're going to hit, the 82% that they want to get to with what we've seen with the transmissions and transitions so far.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how this all unfolds, not only the last couple of months, but the next couple of years, because I feel that we've all become so comfortable with government overreach in our lives since this pandemic, and the politicians are taking full advantage of it.